How's it going? So today we are doing yet another reaction video, and it is one called The Egg. Now, I have heard of the egg. It's a very big philosophical term, but I never really understood what it was. So I thought that this video would probably, help it, because I heard it was actually good animation. So this is by a YouTuber of the name what's that? Cuz exact. I actually heard of this guy. I don't know how to pronounce the name, man, but he made this video and it's very popular too. 35 million views and 2 million likes about the egg. Um, I don't really know anything about the egg's like theory, other than that it's something to do with like one consciousness and like you're the only one living on this earth or something. That's the only thing I know about the egg. So maybe he'll put it into terms because, I ate eggs today, and I said, isn't that like a theory, like a philosophical theory about the egg? So here we are. So without further ado, let's watch it. And again, link will be down in the description. And if you copyright this, I'll gladly delete it for you. Let's go.
You were on your way home when you died. It was a car accident. Nothing particularly remarkable, but fatal nonetheless. It was a painless death. The medics tried their best to save you, but to no avail. Your body was so utterly shattered, you were better off, trust me. And that's when you met me. What happened? Where am I? You died, I said, matter-of-factly. No point in
This feels like it's just gonna be a religion thing.
mincing words. There was a truck, and it was skidding. Yes. I died. Yes. But don't feel bad about it. Everyone dies. You looked around. There was nothingness. Just you and me. What is this place? Is this the afterlife? More or less. Are you God? Yes, I'm God. My kids? My wife? What about them? Will they be all right? That's what I like to see, I said. You just died and your main concern is for your family. That's good stuff right there.
I feel like this theory about you being a single conscious being doesn't really make any sense to me. Like, I'm just being completely honest. Because why would it be like a random dude, um, to be like the main character of the universe basically, and it revolves all around that one dude. Now again, I mean, I can kind of see what's confusing, where it doesn't matter who you are, it's gonna be someone here, right? But it is a very scary concept to think about when you think of, oh shoot, everything around me was just in my brain, But it's a philosophical theory. You can't really prove if this is true or not because there's no way you can, and that's what I really like about philosophy, is the fact that you can't really prove it if something is true or not, and that's probably the cool thing about that.
You looked at me with fascination. To you, I didn't look like God. I just looked like some man or possibly a woman. Some vague authority figure, maybe. Don't worry, I said. They'll be fine. Your kids will remember you as perfect in every way. They didn't have time to grow contemptuous of you. Your wife will cry on the outside, but will be secretly relieved.
Why would you be relieved if your husband died? That doesn't make any sense.
To be fair, your marriage was falling apart.
I stand corrected. I mean, I don't stand corrected, but yeah, I stand corrected.
If it's any consolation, she'll feel very guilty for feeling relieved. Oh, so what happens now? Do I go to heaven or hell or something? Neither. You'll be reincarnated. Ah,
isn't this what Buddhism believes in, like the thing of reincarnation? Is the egg is the egg theory about philosophy like just another like a philosophical way of just saying Buddha like reincarnation?
So the Hindus were right. All religions are right in their own way. Walk with me.
That would be interesting. Like, what if all the religions that is like all the religions that's like here today that people believe in, like what if everything that they said is right? Like, what if instead of like one religion existing, it's actually all the religions existing into like one like religion. You know what I'm saying? That'd be pretty cool.
You followed along as we strode.
Like I don't like when it comes to religion, I'm not someone who's that religious. But when it comes to like religion, like there's no way that only one religion exists. Like there's no way that only Christianity exists. There's no way that only um what's some other because they're only like oh Catholic things exist. You know, there's like no way there's only one religion that's true and all of them are false, right? So I feel like there would be some sort of thing where okay, there can only be two outcomes. One is that religion doesn't exist at all. Two, more than one religion exists, and highly doubt a third option, which is only one religion exists. Looks like no other options I can see from that. But they will only make sense, right?
Through the void. Where are we going? Nowhere in particular. It's just nice to walk while we talk. So, what's the point then? When I get reborn, I'll just be a blank slate, right? A baby. So, all my experiences and everything I did in this life won't matter. Not so. You have within you all the knowledge and experiences of all your past lives. You just don't remember them right now. I stopped walking and took you by the shoulders. Your soul is more magnificent, beautiful, and gigantic than you can possibly imagine. A human mind can only contain a tiny fraction of what you are. It's like sticking your finger in a glass of water to see if it's hot or cold. You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences it had. You've been in a human for the last 48 years, so you haven't stretched out yet and
That's very interesting to think about. What? I gotta hear that again.
or cold. You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences it had.
Essentially, I think what he's trying to say is that like you keep getting reincarnated into like different types of people or like different types of consciousness to the point where you just master every form of like being a human is, and then you're just like the ultimate person, which is what I think he's trying to say there, which is actually very interesting to think about. That's what I guess that's what reincarnation is. I mean, it can be any form of human, which is it's just a crazy thing.
You've been in a human for the last 48 years,
Why is my mouse cursor so big? I just realized.
so you haven't stretched out yet and felt the rest of your immense consciousness. If we hung out here for long enough, you'd start remembering everything. But there's no point to doing that between each life. How many times have I been reincarnated then? Oh, lots. Lots and lots. And into lots of different lives. This time around, you'll be a Chinese peasant girl in 540 AD. Wait, what? You're sending me back in time? Well, I guess technically, time as you know.
It's kind of weird that you don't really remember your past life, like the whole thing about like reincarnation and past life. But it's so weird to say, oh wait, I'm actually conscious in this life. So why is this life more like noticeable? And like I have these like philosophical ideas about these things, rather than like when I was in my, like, let's say for example, I was like if I don't know, at least his example, he was like a um was it a Chinese peasant. um I don't really have these thoughts, right? Or maybe it wasn't important, or maybe the life that I'm living right now and the lives that you guys are living right now is important, which is probably what they're trying to say, right? So I feel like this is like the theory of like if you don't remember it, it probably wasn't important.
It only exists in your universe. Things are different where I come from. Where you come from? Oh, sure. I come from somewhere else. And there are others like me. I know you'll want to know what it's
Before he talks, I wonder if it's going to be like these people were like all the conscious beings, like this guy was, and what he's doing is that they try to set other people to be just like them. So like they just like find random people and they say, you know what, man, let's just you live all these lives, and then you can just become one of us. And then he, the person like the our little purple protagonist here, he's gonna be like the new big like god being who's gonna like guide the next person, which is which is insane. Again, this sounds very crazy, but there's a part of me that believes that this can possibly be true. Like, don't get me wrong. And the big reason why is that there's no evidence to prove that this is false, other than that it's just a very like radical skeptical thinking.
like there, but honestly, you wouldn't understand. Oh, you said, a little let down. But wait, if I get reincarnated to other places in time, I could have interacted with myself at some point. Sure, happens all the time. And with both lives only aware of their own lifespan, you don't even know it's happening. So, what's the point of it all? I looked you in the eye. The meaning of life, the reason I made this whole universe, is for you to mature. You
Meiosis? What? Mitosis and meiosis?
mean mankind? You want us to mature? No, just you. I made this whole universe for you. With each new life, you grow and mature and become a larger and greater intellect. Just me? What about everyone else? There is no one else. In this universe, there's just you and me. You stared blankly at me. But all the people on Earth, all you, different incarnations of you. Wait.
What? That is.
I'm everyone. Now you're getting it.
Is this like a? Is this a theory to say that you're God? You're God. Like, there's a thing in Christianity where it say like, or Judaism or something, Judaism. But there's like a theory of like God is everywhere, anything, everywhere, all at once. So this sort of thinking also applies to the fact that maybe you're God, right? Like you're the God of your universe. Again, what he's trying to say is that there's one person who is your God, and then there's you, well, you are the person that the God wants to help to become conscious and master and mature to become the ultimate being form, life form. So, the God, well, it's kind of also implying that you're also a God for the universe because there's a lot of yous, and that kind of implies that there's a lot of yous in there, meaning that you're everywhere, which kind of backs up the fact that God is everywhere. Am I overthinking this?
I'm everyone.
Oops, hold on, shut up.
Now you're getting it. I'm every human being who ever lived. Or who will ever live. Yes. I'm Abraham Lincoln. And you're John Wilkes Booth too. I'm Hitler, you said, appalled. And you're the millions he killed. I'm Jesus. And you're everyone who followed him.
Okay, wait, so that kind of gets rid of my theory that the god in this scenario is the leaders of these like these cult like religious things or like leaders of things while you're like followers, which is kind of like essentially what he's doing, like at a greater scale but at a smaller scale. So he kind of like breaks it up into like multiple things, like going from like freaking Jesus to Hitler and all them, like, and it kind of shows how he's like leading them. I don't know. This is kind of hard to. This is a good, a interesting theory.
You fell silent. Every time you victimized someone, you were victimizing yourself. Every act of kindness you've done to yourself. Every happy and sad moment ever experienced by any human was or will be experienced by you. You thought for a long time.
The best way I can put this, from what I'm hearing, is like it's personified narcissism, like in a interesting, like in not a bad way, but like in an interesting way. Personified narcissism. That's kind of like what this feels like.
Why? Why do all this? Because someday you will become like me. Because that's
Hey, I caught it, bro. I caught it. I caught it in the beginning. I caught it in the beginning. I caught it. I caught it.
what you are. You're one of my kind. You're my child. Wow, you said incredulous. You mean I'm a god? No, not yet.
Oh.
You're a fetus. You're still growing.
Hey, but he technically, even though he is maturing, experiencing our lives, it kind of still makes him a god, right? Like to like not a literal degree, but like a metaphorical degree. He's still a god, right?
As you've lived every human life throughout all time, you will have grown enough to be born. So the whole universe, it's just an egg, I answered. Now it's time for you to move on to your...
Oh, shoot, that makes sense. That's why it's called the egg. I'm like, why? Where did they get the word egg from? And I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, it is the egg. Like it's you're hatching, you're maturing by going into these like different people's lives from like, like a bad point in history or like anyone on Earth, right? Um, hey, that's pretty cool. I like that. So that's probably why it's called the egg.
next life. And I sent you on your way.
That's the egg. Yo, that was a good video. That was amazing because I probably butchered the crap out of that name. That was a that was a good video. Wow. It really does make you think if, stuff like this is true. Which the cool thing about that is that you can't really prove if this is true or not, other than the fact that you think this is just bizarre thinking. Like this could possibly be a true thing. Like that's the thing. It could possibly be true, but you can never tell. But that's a very interesting theory to think about. Like, what if for just one consciousness and everybody that you interacted with, you know, your family members, your family that you will possibly make in the future, your friends, the people around you, all these like terrorist groups, leaders, people in these like different countries, good, bad, evil, like they're all just different versions of you. And the way you mature is to learn from yourself, which is what he's trying to say. That's a very interesting like video. That's a very interesting good video by the way. Like that's good animation, good voice acting. But that's a very interesting theory. I like that one a lot. That's definitely gonna keep me up at night. But yeah, that's all I want to see because I've heard of the egg theory. I mean, I can kind of see like what is the egg theory. The Egg is a philosophical short story by Andy Weil that imagines every human being is actually the same single conscious reincarnated across time. So did this come with? Who made the egg? Oh, it was. Hmm. The theory was created by American author Andy Weil. That's who he did, right? Oh, it was a story by Andy Weil. Okay. Yeah, but that's like a very like weird way to look at reincarnation. Let me see what this guy looks like. That's Andy Weil. That's cool. I didn't know that was like an actual. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. That really makes me think, right? But yeah, I think that's all I got to say today. I'm definitely gonna be thinking about that for a while. As with like every other, that's like why philosophy is a very good, it's a very like interesting topic to study. Like it kind of sucks that you're kind of like skill capped to not do it in college because there's like no job opportunities for it other than like professor or getting lucky with like books. Uh, but that's a like very interesting way. Like philosophy is cool. Like as much as I like math, philosophy is definitely up there with like some of my favorite subjects out there. But yeah, that's enough chit chat. The egg, that was a very good story. Hope you liked it. That's it. Thanks for watching.